Marie-Jeanne Rose. Bertin's journey from a modest milliner's apprentice to the Queen of Couture epitomizes the cultural and political complexities of 18th century France. Her life was more than a personal triumph. It was a reflection of the dynamic interplay between fashion, politics, and society. To understand her significance, we must first delve into the context of the world in which she lived. By the mid-1700s, Paris had firmly established itself as the epicenter of European fashion. The French court dictated trends, and nobles across the continent eagerly emulated its styles. Fashion wasn't just about aesthetics. It was a language of power, wealth, and status. Clothing was used to communicate alliances, assert dominance, and sometimes even to rebel against societal norms. The industry itself was booming. Milliners, seamstresses, lace makers, and weavers thrived in Paris, serving the insatiable demands of the aristocracy. However, these artisans were often seen as little more than skilled laborers. Rose Bertin would challenge this perception by positioning herself as an artist and visionary. Rose Bertin was born in 1747 in Abbeville, a small town in northern France known for its textile industry. Her family's modest means meant that her early life was far removed from the splendor of the French court. However, her proximity to the textile trade may have sparked her interest in fashion. At the age of 16, Rose moved to Paris, a bold decision for a young woman from the provinces. She found work as an apprentice at the boutique of Mademoiselle Pagel, one of the city's leading milliners. There, she honed her skills, learning the art of crafting hats, accessories, and garments that catered to the tastes of the elite. Her natural talent, combined with an astute understanding of her clients' desires, quickly set her apart. In 1772, Rose opened her own boutique, Le Grand Mogol, on Rue Saint-Honoré, one of Paris's most prestigious streets. Her timing was impeccable. The French aristocracy was in the throes of an obsession with fashion, and Rose's innovative designs captured their imaginations. Her approach was revolutionary. While many dressmakers simply executed their clients' instructions, Rose took a more collaborative role. She consulted with her clients, suggesting styles, fabrics, and embellishments that suited their personalities and enhanced their status. Her creations were not just clothes, they were statements. Rose's rise to fame truly began when she was introduced to Marie Antoinette in 1774. The young queen, eager to establish herself as a trendsetter, immediately recognized Rose's talent. Together, they embarked on a partnership that would redefine fashion. One of their first collaborations was the infamous Pouf hairstyle. These towering constructions, sometimes reaching 3 feet in height, were adorned with feathers, ribbons, and even miniature scenes or symbols. For example, the Pouf à l'inoculation celebrated Marie Antoinette's support for smallpox vaccination, incorporating olive branches, peace, a serpent, healing, and the sun, enlightenment. These styles weren't merely extravagant. They were political and cultural commentaries. Marie Antoinette used fashion as a tool to assert her authority and individuality within the rigid structures of the French court. In a world where protocol dictated every aspect of a queen's life, clothing became one of the few areas where she could exercise control. Rose Bertin's designs helped the queen craft her image as a modern, sophisticated, and powerful monarch. However, this extravagance also attracted criticism. The queen's lavish spending on fashion became a lightning rod for public discontent, symbolizing the excesses of the monarchy. Pamphlets and caricatures often depicted her as frivolous and disconnected from the struggles of the common people. Rose Bertin's influence extended far beyond Marie Antoinette. Her clientele included royalty and nobility from across Europe. Spanish Queen Maria Luisa, Swedish Queen Sofia Magdalena, and Russian Grand Duchess Maria Feodorovna were among those who sought her creations. It was during this time that Rose earned the nickname Minister of Fashion. Parisian satirists joked that she devoted as much effort to her designs as ministers did to governing the state. This title, though humorous, reflected the immense cultural significance of her work. Fashion was no longer a mere craft. It was a form of diplomacy, a means of asserting France's dominance in the arts. The French Revolution of 1789 brought an abrupt end to the world Rose Bertin had known. The monarchy was overthrown, and with it, the aristocracy's appetite for lavish fashion disappeared. Simplicity and austerity became the new ideals, reflecting the revolutionary values of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Rose's association with Marie Antoinette made her a controversial figure. Many of her clients abandoned her, fearing for their own safety. Despite the upheaval, Rose continued to work, adapting her designs to the changing times. She even managed to secure a few loyal clients among the emerging bourgeoisie. Rose Bertin's career may have waned after the Revolution, but her legacy endured. She transformed the role of the dressmaker into that of a creative visionary, paving the way for modern designers. Her work demonstrated that fashion could be an art form, a means of storytelling, and a reflection of societal values. Her collaboration with Marie Antoinette also highlighted the complex relationship between fashion and politics. Clothing was not just a personal choice, it was a symbol of power, identity, and resistance. To fully appreciate Rose Bertin's contributions, it's essential to understand the broader trends of 18th century fashion. This was a period of dramatic change as styles evolved from the ornate Baroque aesthetic to the more playful and romantic Rococo. For men, the focus was on elaborate waistcoats, breeches, and coats. Fabrics were richly embroidered and colors were bold and vibrant. Wigs remained a staple, though they became less exaggerated as the century progressed. Women's fashion was characterized by voluminous skirts supported by panniers, intricate embroidery, and delicate lace. The robe à la française and the robe à l'anglaise were popular silhouettes, each reflecting different cultural influences. Accessories played a crucial role, with fans, gloves, and jewelry completing the ensemble. Rose's genius lay in her ability to take these established styles and infuse them with originality. She was a master of detail, using luxurious fabrics, intricate embellishments, and imaginative designs to create pieces that were both fashionable and timeless. Her ability to blend historical influences with contemporary trends was unmatched. She often revived forgotten styles, giving them new life with modern twists. This approach not only set her apart from her peers, but also ensured her relevance in a rapidly changing world. Rose Bertin passed away in 1813, long after the world of Versailles had crumbled. Her final years were spent in relative obscurity, but her influence on fashion endured. She had proven that clothing could be more than functional. It could be a statement, an art form, and a reflection of the times.